In this episode, we finally double up our cold power to almost 4000 megawatts by blueprinting another additional 24 generators, at last complete phase 2 of the game, research a lot of alternate recipes, and much more. Yo, hello everybody, Prone to Play here, and welcome back to episode 10 of my Let's Play series of Satisfactory. In the last episode we finally automated our motor process as well as the automated wiring, which gave us a lot of access to further milestones, and we are basically done with only one milestone remaining in tier 4. And then we will be able to close out the phase 2 as a whole. Now today we are starting off at the shore, close to a crash site, because I was a little bit busy collecting some hard drives. And one of the scopes for today is to research them, 4 in total, so let me get this really quick. And I also want to give you an update about how I am tracking the hard drives that I collected already and that I am yet to find, that I'm already able to pick up, and what the ones that I missed and where I have not the necessary items or parts for the maintenance. Now, I also picked up quite a lot of parts around these crash sites, and these gave me access to quite some, different materials such as computers, and this is how I got the supercomputers and all the other stuff that you might have seen in my storage container right at the hub in the last episode. So let me pick up this hard drive really quick. And this leaves us with 3 hard drives in the inventory and 1 already researched. I researched that in between episodes. And I keep track of all the hard drives now with a marker system. And all the hard drives that I already picked up, I mark with a thumbs up. I just have been to these 2 because now that we are producing motors, we can pick these up. And same with this one, that required 35 motors because I haven't picked them up, or I have picked it up just yet. I also wrote down the necessary items for that. For example, this one is I have yet to pick up, and I just collected this one, so I will change the icon to a thumbs up. And now I know that I have this picked up. Okay, that's basically how I handle the hard drives, and now let me go back to the bases really quick and I will give you an update what I have done in between episodes and what's the scope for today as well. Okay, and here we are at the bases. Now, let me show you what I have done in the meantime. First of all, I installed plenty of smart splitters at all the current running factory sites in order to sync the excess producing in the awesome sync. And this will allow us to do quite some shopping in a very few minutes, because we are currently running at 38 coupons so far, because basically everything is backed up and is syncing the excess back in the awesome sync. I also implemented a little bit of an automated storage system, which allows me to basically put everything that I don't need right now in this container. And it will transport everything down this line, and everything will be sorted into the storage container. At the very back there is one that will store any excess that is not getting sorted away beforehand. And if this one is full, then this is set to overflow as well. But if a storage container, for example for the quickbuyer, is full, the excess will also get sorted out on the right side, and here mergers are running back to this spot and eventually will feed into the awesome sync. So this assures that we have plenty of every item available before it will get shredded. Now, for example, if I put AI limiters in and heat sinks and modular frames, these will get fed into here, go down the line, and the modular frames should eventually get sorted out on the left side. Yes, there they are. Now these are the heat sinks. These are the AI limiters, one before. And let me check where the modular frames are. I missed them. But yeah, the heat sinks are at the very left, because this is set to any. The AI limiters are one before, because this one is set sort AI limiters to the left. And yeah, I missed the modular frames, but you get the idea. And also I realized in hindsight that the explanation from my marker system for the hard drives was kind of complicated, and I got lost in between my sentence, in the middle of my sentence, but yeah, you get the idea. Okay, yeah, we will take a little tour to the factory later, but what you also see is that I installed hypertubes in order to go to the steel factory, to the coal generator site. We will take this in a minute, and also to the quickwire factory, because I realized that I run quite often back and forth in between these places, and yeah, I'm kind of tired, and it's also much faster to take hypertubes. I stopped the time, and yeah, it's a little bit of a time saver, at least at every place. And the further we go, the better, the more time we save. For example, if we take the hypertube to the coal generator site, it takes only a minute, while running takes 1.5 around. Okay, yes, and as I said, we will take a quick look at the steel factory in a minute. Let's just check the first hard drive. And we have fine concrete again. We have steel rods, which takes steel ingots to produce rods, and then also iron wire, in case we need wire and have no copper available. I think I will just pick this one because I currently have no need for steel rods, and nor do I have for fine concrete. So yeah, let's pick this one and check the first hard drive. Okay, I also park the vehicles now up on this platform. I will build a better ramp and maybe put down some asphalt as soon as we are done with our shopping, but yeah, for now they're just basically sitting here. And I hope I haven't forgotten anything. I also picked up more slugs while wandering around for the hard drives. Let me put everything into storage really quick. Yeah, that should be fine. Now let's go to the steel factory with the hypertube, and let me give you an update really quick. What's the current status? The first thing that you will mention, that you will notice in a second, is that I rearranged the logistics for automated wiring, motors and so on. So I expanded the logistics floor because I was kind of unsatisfied with how all the conveyor belts look at the top. It looked kind of messy, kind of chaotic, so I tried to hide as much of the logistics as possible. For example, this is now not feeding above the ramp, but going down under, and eventually leading into the logistics floor and then going through a conveyor hole again. This is on idle. Why is that? It's missing status. Okay, I have to check. But here you can see that automated wiring is getting backed up, same as for motors, and I have both of each also in the storage of the bases. Now, here is the cable for the automated wiring. Down under is the wire for the stators. And right over here, leading through a little glass tunnel or glass bridge, we have the rotors set up. I will expand this soon with another modular frame factory. I think we only need 2.5 in order to produce them into versatile frameworks together with 30 steel beams per minute. And then we will still have access of another 15 steel beams, I guess, per minute or so. And because these are already getting sunken in, I have a full storage container over here. I have another basically full storage container at the bases. So I'm producing way more than I expected. So I want to use them in order to back up some versatile frameworks, and then sync the access from this, because this will give us many more points for the coupons. Yes, concrete is already backed up as well. And yeah, I expanded the windows on every floor, made everything basically a building, and I put some variants in between. For example, here I used the reinforced windows, over there the, what's the name again, frame window with the 3 segments, and here the steel hex frame windows, so that it doesn't look all the same. And basically this one is a separate building anyways, just linked with the bridge to the main building. Yes, this is the steel factory, and I still am not finished here, because once I use the coupons that we just built, I will put some ceilings on this, maybe reconfigure the power lines with the wall outlets once I am able to put them on the ceiling. So yeah, it looks even more clean, and also have to finalize the logistics for the awesome sink, maybe feed everything into one so I don't have to waste power for 2 at the same place, because yeah, it's right about time that we expand our power anyways. What will be the next point from our to-do list, because we are not quite at our maximum, but yeah, we are using more and more power by setting up more and more factories. So it's about time, and we will be able to use fuel power soon, but I don't want to depend on this before setting up further factories, so I will simply, as already explained in the last episode, expand our coal factory site, because we can, and the nodes are in use for the coal generators anyways. So now let's go to the coal generator site really quick and finally expand our power. And here we are. Let me put some more foundations right here, because this was close, so that I don't fall off the edge by accident in the future. Yes, and I already prepared the foundations, and this will basically be a complete copy of the first part. So this is the original coal generator site. Now everything, with the fitting color scheme of black. And this is just the same on the other side, copied for the coal generator site 2, I guess. I don't know. Here. But here we will set down another 24 coal generators as well. And for this we will make use of the blueprint designer for the very first time. So what you can do here is basically you have a layout of 4 by 4 by 4 foundations, and you can put in any building, any parts, any setup that you want, and save it as a blueprint. So we can not only put down a coal generator here, but we can also already hook up the conveyor lifts. Let me just check how I did it with the other ones, because I want to copy it exactly as is. 1, 2, 3. I guess this is 3 slots away. Conveyor lift, splitter facing to the left. Yes. So we will set up this one with the basic logistics already. 1, 2, 3. so that we don't have to connect all the logistics again manually, but it will be preset, and this will save a whole bunch of time. Now once I set the first line of the coal generators, I basically have two options. I can either change the recipe in the middle of the process, so if I turn it around for the other side, that the splitter will face in the opposite direction, or I set it down and change the splitter afterwards, or I will just save another additional recipe. I have not decided yet, but I will see in a minute. And what I will also do is set down a power pole as well already. I put this a little bit too close to the edge. So once again, let me put this here. Is this enough space left? I think so. 1, 2, 3. Should be in line. Let's check. Looking good. With the lift. And splitter. Oh, the MAM is finished already. I also prepared the upgrade of every miner. Each of the four miners already in use is now a Mark II miner. And all the conveyor belts, the main lines at least, transporting the coal over here is already a Mark III belt. So yeah, we don't have to worry about this anymore. I think I did this basically like this, and let's already hook it up. So this can be saved now. Coal generator. Right. Let's select an icon. Save. Now clear. Take everything back. And let's do a quick test, because now we have an additional tab if we open the building menu, and we can pick up the coal generator, and you already see all the logistics are hooked up already. Now if we set down the first one, the other ones should be no problem. Let me double check again if I hooked up the... It's a little bit further behind the power pole actually, but it should not matter. And if I put down the first one by default, just like the other ones, it has already the pipelines and all available. Now let me just do some quick testing if this is in line. 2. Cannot see it from down here. It's actually not. Did I put it too far behind? Uh-oh. Okay. Yes, it might be one slot too far in the back. No, it isn't. Why does it look like the way it does? I think the first belt simply was not in line. Okay, let's try this again. Now this should be in line. Is this better? Yes, it is perfectly in line. Okay, yeah, what I will do though is to adjust the blueprint so the... Does it matter for the power pole though? Yeah, I will just adjust the blueprint recipe and put down the power pole just one tiny bit further behind. And then, yeah, we will set down the coal generators really quick. Alright, I just made sure that I picked up enough parts in order to build everything from the storage container. I prepared a storage container beforehand so that I have everything available. Now let's put down the blueprint designer again. Load the coal generator. Simply delete the power pole. Put it one behind. Connect. And save. Clear everything, take everything, delete. This was the correction done already. Let me also do this really quick. Now before I forget it, let's check the alternate recipe really quick. Okay. The crystal beacon is not interesting for us at the moment. We have no use for it currently, but we can produce wire by using caterium or screws by using steel beams. Okay. Since the caterium... Let's take the screws. I have no idea whether or not I will use any of these in the near future, but as mentioned quite often already, we will use everything soon anyways. Now that we already set up the first coal generator correctly, makes it more easier for the further ones because we can change the build mode from default to blueprint. And if we hold Control, these should align perfectly with the first blueprint because, yeah, it will orientate itself on other blueprint buildings. And it should only be left yellow because of the power pole. No, this was wrong. Okay, second time's the charm. Let's see. Oh, I see. Because I said that I changed the original blueprint. Now the frame for the blueprint is a little bit different. So I have to delete this again. So the blueprint frames, I say, are equal. Something like this should be good. Let's check from the other side, because I want to start at this corner and put the power pole right on the edge. Yes. Great. And now everything should align perfectly. Second. That's what I like to see. And now we simply put 6 more behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is 8 coal generators in an instant. Now all that we have to do is connect the junctions in between, connect the splitters, hook it all up to the first 8, and then connect the power. But yeah, the more complicated buildings or factories we build, the more time we will be able to save with the with the blueprints designer. This is such a relief. And I just noticed, or I recently noticed, that it's not in the game for too long, so yeah, kind of lucky that I have it available. Let's set up the 8 on the back side really quick, and then we can change the recipe and turn the splitter around. Now, the first one is just 1, 2 left from the corner. Should be here. Let me get an lookout tower. Maybe this makes it easier. One, two. This looks better though. Yeah, it should be here. Double check. It should be right on the edge. Sorry for running back and forth, but I want to have it set up definitive and not... yeah. And so I don't have to change it later. Today the pace is a little bit more slowed down. Okay, change it to blueprint again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I build too far outside? I don't know why I have so much space on the left side. Maybe I miscounted. Well, doesn't matter. Now, do I have enough space for the blueprint designer? I don't. Okay, you know what? Let's simply put down the recipe as is, and I will simply turn around the splitters. Let's start from the other side as well. Oh, I see. I did not leave any space in the center. Okay, yeah. Let me set up the coal generators really quick, and then I will come back to you. Alrighty, I'm back, and it took me again longer than expected, but now everything is connected, hooked up to power, and all that's really left to do is to extend these 3 conveyor belts with the coal in order to feed them into the additional 24 coal generators. As you can see, all the water extractors are on power as well, but they already filled up the pipes completely, and yeah, this will help to smoothen the start of the manifold system as well. There will be less of a stuttering at the start now, and I hope that the backed up coal at the first 24 coal generators will help with this as well. Now, let me simply hook up the conveyor belts. Now the main line along the coal generators is all Mark III conveyor belt, so I hope this will, yeah, support in smoother transportation of coal in general. And as soon as I connected everything, let me get some distance ASAP so that we can see the chimneys starting up all together. Looking good. Turning on from right to left. It looks like I forgot some connections. Or did I? Let me double check. No, I didn't. I ruined the moment. But better be safe than sorry, so I guess the coal just takes a while until it divides evenly. Let's go to the power pole up there so that we can see the additional power supply. Yeah, so far about the stuttering. Now it turned off completely, or is it just not showing? I don't know if it's not rendering because I'm too far away or what's the matter. But yeah, we are already way beyond our original capacity of 2160, including the biomass burners. Now we are around 3000, and if everything is up and running smoothly, we should have a total capacity of 3600 megawatts on this side, with an additional 150 for the first core generators that are still running, and 210 of the biomass burners. So there should be a number of 3960 capacity in the end. Let's check. This is already backed up. This is close. This is getting coal. This will take a while. But the efficiency is already close to 100%. Yeah, I think these still will take some time. But eventually the power will be there. And yeah, although it is still stuttering, the capacity is up and rising. We reached almost 3500 at this point. And now we are exceeding. Nice, nice, nice. Alright. This is power done. Finally. Postponed it many times, but now this is good. The water extractors, by the way, are underclocked already. Yeah, this one is an old one, but I underclocked every one to 75% again, because I let them run beforehand and fill up the pipes completely, as well as the coal generators. So yeah, they can simply now run on 75% clock speed constantly. Can I take all this with me? Because there's no need again. No, I don't. Then I will just leave it be with some stuff. Okay, yeah, that is it for the power. I think it's just too far away for the render. Yeah, they are mostly running, but it's not showing. But as long as I know that, it's fine. Okay, let me get back to the bases really quick, and then we will finally finish our phase 2. And here we are. Let's double check. Did we? Yes. We completed all the milestones already. Let me just sort some stuff into the containers, so I will have enough space for everything. Oh yeah, hard drive. Let's check really quick. Cheap silica, pure quartz and encased industrial pipes. With pipes instead of beams. We don't need more crystal at the moment. We don't need cheap silica, so let's just simply take the industrial pipes and put in our last hard drive for the day. Okay, finish phase 2. Yes, we need more space. So let me take 100, 500 smart plating. Now where did I store? Here you are. And then 100 automated wiring. And I could simply hand feed it into the space elevator, but let me just do it a little bit more complicated. Because I want... do I have... God damn it. No, should be there. Yes. Because I want to have a little bit of a reward for the hard work and see all the stuff coming out of the storage containers. That is a nice sight, in my opinion. And yeah, I think this will take 2 minutes or so, because we have 500 of the versatile frameworks and smart platings eventually, so let me just speed this up really quick. And that is everything fed into the space elevator. In hindsight, it took longer than I expected, but yeah. I just wanted to see a little bit of our work, or the results of our work, and now we can seal it. And send it away in order to unlock Tier 5 and Tier 6. Great. Now you also see at the top right already why I chose to set up an automated production of the versatile framework. Not only will this give us more points for the... Oh yeah, we have an awesome sync. Let's check how many coupons we have. 41. Very, very nice. Yeah, not only do they give us more points for the coupons, instead of feeding in simple steel beams, but also we need another 2500 of them in order to complete phase 3. But once this is set up automatically, we will have them, yeah, long before we will be finished with Tier 5 and 6, because this will run in the background steadily. Now let's take a look at Tier 5 and Tier 6, what's about to be unlocked. The first thing that we will do right now, first of all, let me toggle off finish phase 2 from the to-do list. Nice. Okay, the first thing that we will unlock right away after we took a quick look is the oil processing, because we have everything available right now. I just have to pick up some more copper sheets. And then we will get access to an oil extractor, to refineries. These things are huge. I think I can show them in a minute. As well as new shop products and some other stuff that will be used very, very soon. fuel, yeah, this is basically the upgraded version of biofuel and can be automated as well, but everything in detail once we are getting our hands on it. The second thing is, and from now on we already need plastic and we have to set up the oil processing for it, so we can only address this milestone, and further on we have to produce plastic before. But industrial manufacturing gives us the manufacturer finally. We already have some recipes that require 4 inputs, for example the heavy modular frame. And the crystal oscillator also requires 3 input parts, so we are not able to produce it with the assembler, but we will be able to automate the process with the manufacturer very soon. Another vehicle will be unlocked as well, and also the computer, which is another manufacturer part, as well as the 2 other project parts for the phase 3, the modular engine and the adaptive control unit. And since we will unlock them so early in Tier 5 and Tier 6, or so early in the Phase 3, I might consider to set up either a fully automated process or some manufacturers, because these need more than 2 inputs as well. A temporary setup for these, so they can be crafted alongside us progressing through the tiers. What we also have is another alternative fluid transport, where we will get a packager and packaged fuel. And this will be very handy in order to use vehicles and fuel vehicles much easier than manually crafting biofuel. We also get a gas mask, and this will come in handy as well for exploring, because many of the crash sites are inside some gas areas, and you take constant and quite a lot of damage if you don't have these equipped. But yeah, this will be useful very, very soon as well. And on we go to Tier 6, where we have the expanded power infrastructure, where we can use the fuel generator for further electricity. And this is the next big upgrade, which basically replaces our power output from the coal generators. We will leave them running in the background because there's no need to tear them down, but yeah, we have to deal with our current power output until we get up to this point for the fuel generators, and then we will be able to set up fuel production and feed them into the fuel generators right away. And there will also be another research in the MAM available, where we be able to produce even more efficient type of fuel for the generators as well as for vehicle use and stuff. But yeah, I will come back to this when we are at it. We also will be able to unlock Mark IV conveyor belts and lifts here. And since we already found Caterium ore in the world, right, a long time ago, the scanner is already long updated, but yeah. I wanted to get my hands on smart splitters as soon as possible. Then there will be a jetpack eventually, and this will be a game changer as well, because with this it will be very hard to die from fall damage, and also you can jump from any height down, also fly up much higher than you will be able to jump, and travel distances a little bit easier by maintaining momentum that you get from slide cancelling or from running along conveyor belts. So you can maintain this momentum by hovering with the jetpack, but we will see this in the future as well. Then we will be able to use electric locomotives eventually, so train systems will be implemented in our game. And I'm not that familiar with the block signaling and path signaling as much, because I rarely used them in the past. But yeah, there will be much use of this as well. And last but not least, we will get more efficient pipelines, which can transport double the amount of fluid than the Mark I version. And other than that, we have to complete phase 3 in order to unlock the Tier 7 and 8. which are currently the final tiers in this game, and I hope there's more to come in the update 8. This is basically the reason why I decided to start a second file in the first place, so that I will be able to handle the new stuff right away. Because yeah, the production sites and automated processes that I have in my first try of the game are not nearly as efficient, and as these ones are not ideal as well, but the second run is already way better and way more smoothly than my first one. And so far I'm really enjoying this Let's Play series. I hope you are as well. But now enough talking from my side. Let's pick up everything for the oil processing milestone. So we need 50 motors. By the way, let me simply pick up all my stuff. We need 100 encased industrial beams, some steel pipes, and let me get some copper sheets really quick, because I think I used them all for the hypertubes that I built before this episode. And I think I have to postpone the AI limiter setup. Because yeah, I think this episode is already a little bit long, and I want to do some shopping as well, so I can do further cosmetics in between. Damn autosave. By the way, is our last hard drive done? It is, alright. Ooh. Okay, no fine concrete, no thanks, game. But the copper rotor is very, very appealing. Steel frame, not so much. The output rate is too low in my opinion. But this one is a very, very good alternative to the standard recipe, because you have almost triple the output and you can use copper sheets instead of rods. This is basically the only trade-off. Yeah, let's choose the rotors, and they might come in handy very soon. I think these are all the hard drives that I have for now. I will pick up more in between if I find them nearby. Don't want to explore too much. But without wasting more time, let's get the oil processing done already.
Milestone reached. Oil acquisition and refining unlocked. Oil-based products can now be made. The byproducts of oil refinement can be used after further processing, as seen in the refinery. Caution. This is a reminder to minimize the chance of expiration during out-of-base activities.
Yeah, and actually we do not only need to use the byproducts of oil processing, but we have to, because otherwise the production will back up as a whole and stop completely. And as you can see, the refineries are quite big. Impressive buildings. And yeah, we can now use the alternate recipe for pure copper iron ingots if we need to. And have plastic, rubber, petroleum coke, which we will use later as well as fuel. Nice. Okay, but this is another topic for the next episode, because now I really want to get my hands on the coupons. Let's see how many we have backed up. 42. That is crazy. I think there's another single one in the storage container. And where is my awesome shop? Let's put it down here. Now let's see, what do we want to buy? I really want to play a little bit more with conveyor belts. The hypertube stuff will be handy for traveling through large buildings, as well as the pipeline attachments and holes. The wall power outlets Mark II are very good as well. I want to build a cleaner ramp in order to get the vehicles up here. I want the conveyor walls because there's some big holes in my building walls at the moment. Where are we? 20. I finally want to have the structural frame set and the concrete pillar set in order to finally be able to, let the buildings look supported. I want to build walls. And that's basically it for now. But I also want to have, still not enough coupons for everything that I want. But this has to do for now. Yeah, maybe I don't need the roofs. Maybe I don't need the corners, at least. I thought this would be sufficient for more stuff, and I still have to think or to choose priorities. I don't know. Let's pick the modern catwalk so we can build stairwells as well. Stairwells? I don't know. But you get the idea. Everything purchased or everything spent in an instant. Let me toggle off the milestones. And I think this is gonna be it for today, because the coal generators took way more time than I expected. And I will have to do some further cosmetics, build up the modular frame factory as mentioned in the beginning, as well as think about what to do next and where to set up our first oil processing for getting our hands on plastic. Yes, but that's gonna be it for now. I hope I didn't forget anything, but oh yeah, I forgot something. I haven't addressed it yet, but in the last episode, at the very end, when I was trying out the Explorer, I made a fool out of myself completely. Because I was giggling and wondering why my head was so big and why the hawks looked like they did yesterday. Yeah. As you can figure, the last episode was recorded on 1st of April and it was April Fools, so this was basically a joke by the game developers, at least with the head, and I completely missed that. I felt so bad on hindsight when I found out or when I realized, but yeah, it was too late. Editing was already done. And I didn't figure it out because the hawks, they looked really, really cool. I don't know. This was not really the avatar of a joke. But yeah, I really liked the design. But still, that was the answer. And yeah, I don't know. I don't want to address it further. That's gonna be it for today. Thank you very much again for watching. If you have any feedback, let me know. And I will see you in the next episode.